Hey y'all, before we get rolling, if you run a nonprofit, this is for you. Comfy Stone just released a free 90-day donor retention checklist to help you keep more donors through authentic storytelling. Get your copy at comfystone.com/checklist or click the link in our show notes. Now let's dive into this week's episode.
Missions by
Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Missions by You. I'm your co-host, Brenna Gorshow with Maya McGee, and we are also in the studio with Sam Rohr and Alaina Dunn. Sam Rohr is the Cohort Leader, and Alaina Dunn is the Program Director of the Cool Cooperative, a nonprofit focused on teaching filmmaking skills to youth. Welcome to Missions by You, Sam and Alaina.
Hey, thanks for having us.
We're so glad that you guys are here. Can we start out asking, what is the Cool Cooperative and what are the organization's goals?
So the Cool Cooperative, as you stated, we work with youth and we teach them behind the scenes skills for movie making. Teach them also a lot of soft skills, which are very much needed. We are very dedicated to working with students who don't normally have the access to this kind of training. But we like to ensure that our kids are getting a chance to share their voice, their story, so they perform their films and we help them produce them. And we ensure that the kids understand that the skills that they learn with us, they can be translated to any industry, not just film. So that's also very important.
Yeah.
What kind of skills would those be, you think, that are transferable like that?
So we focus on middle to high school students. So we have students as young as 6th grade and as old as seniors in high school. And so we try to give them those collaborative team working skills that they can take into any industry. We really focus on communication, timely attendance, as well as different ways to incorporate leadership, right? Because once you go out into the world, you're your own leader and you got to bring that into any space. And so we try to build those type of soft skills in for our students so they can go anywhere they want.
And project management.
Ooh.
You can't work on a film set and not understand project management. So that's a huge, especially when they're making their own films.
Oh, yeah.
Because they get to pitch the films to us and then we help them produce it.
And that's a life skill. Like everything you do in life is a little project,
It's
right?
a project, yeah.
So you got to manage your projects throughout anything, right?
You mentioned like punctuality and like time management. I think that's super important because I've said this before, but like growing up, my dad would be like, it's so important for you to be on time. And I'd be like, for who? Why does it matter? And now I'm like, oh, this was a lesson he was trying to teach me, right? Because like in school, you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
just
just
late to this
there.
class isn't going to matter.
Exactly. What's
Yeah.
the impact? And it really hits you when you're out in the real world. And we try to treat a lot of our student opportunities, because we do student productions throughout the year, as professional sets. And so we hold them to that same standard.
And now with my experience on film sets, I'm like, yeah, every minute matters. It, absolutely, you need to be there, not just on time, but actually a few minutes early.
Yeah. Okay. Early's on time. That's what we tell our kids, right?
Yeah. And what are the different programming options that Cool Cooperative offers?
Well, we order a ton. We have a lot.
The program director, I'll lay those out for you.
Exactly.
So I'll start with the cohort just because Sam's here, and those are the kids that are with us the most. Those kids come to us on Saturdays. They're all Saturday, and then we do open up classes on Tuesdays to the public. But we also have our summer camp where we take in 35 kids. And they work with a professional film crew, a professional set. We train them up for 2 weeks. They get to, they learn all of the different aspects and all of the different departments, but then they get put into the one that works the best for them, and they work as crew. And that's really cool because 2 of our projects so far from summer camp have gone on to give the kids IMDb credit. Right? Yeah, I know. Yeah. So,
They've done some cool things. The professionals you've worked with have taken those.
Yeah, they've worked with Michael Applebaum. You know what I mean? Like huge camera people, huge. So it's pretty cool. That one was from Rougarou last summer, and we've actually picked our summer camp film this summer. It's called Zydeco Shuffle. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
We also have the Academy, which is a program that the lovely Catherine Bancroft runs for us. And that program goes into schools. We provide the curriculum and the equipment, and we train the teachers. We have our fellowship. Our fellows go in and teach the special tech classes, and those kids get to make a film per semester, or depending on how they want to break down their curriculum. Then we also have our fellowship program, which is for, it is the youth technically considered, because the youth is up to the age of 24, but that's not what this is. Our fellows are either graduate students, college graduates, or people with enough experience in the film industry to be able to have, on par that type of training. It's someone that's going to be working their way up, right? So someone who is, say, a camera tech wanting to become a first AC or something like that. Then we have our IIE, which is Industry Informed Education Program, which we've started. That one, our big thing that's going to be happening in March is going to be in the river parishes. So we're bringing training, and we're working with IATSE and to bring that kind of training over there. It's going to be interesting. This is we've done a commerce panel before out there, and that was really cool because it was business people in the river parishes learning how they can work with the film industry and how that works, how that works in tandem. This is going to be more introducing more of the industry and different skills that can work in both film and other things, like construction, right? You got a construction site on a film set, you got a construction site, same skills, right?
Yeah.
You got welding, art department. You know what I mean? So it's like, how can you work these two things? And then
That's all our programs.
is it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it?
Those are all of our programs. I think you covered everything that
Yeah.
we really do. Oh, wow. That's a lot.
I feel
It
like
is
I'm
a
missing
lot.
something.
I know, me too. I was like, am I? No,
Because
because we covered summer camp, which it's 4 weeks. We make a short film, which is one of the
Right.
biggest programs we do.
Our fellows make a film.
4 weeks, short film
Yes.
with youth.
Yes.
That is a lot. Okay.
And professionals.
And
And
professionals.
professionals. Yeah.
It's pretty much what we do with the cohort year round, and we've condensed it into 4 weeks to like open it up to students who maybe missed cohort and can only do summer because their academic schedule is so robust. And we this year have picked the camp film, I think, earlier so that we can do a little bit more pre-production. So the kids really get to just operate as the crew, and they get to really put their hands in the work in a way that they haven't before, as like, actually taking the measurements and doing the costumes, and getting to really do set dressing this year, which will work really well with the film that we've chosen.
I didn't think
Wow.
of that too, like costume set decking. They get to do all of that as well.
Oh yeah, the art department's the biggest group of kids, and we break them up into every little sub department in the art department. It's fantastic.
Who is the writer for this film?
It's the West sisters.
I'm laughing at
Yeah, they're great.
It's a sweet little script.
Yeah,
too.
it is very sweet. It's the coming of age of, parting of ways between friends, and how do you continue that friendship? Because, we all grow apart, but some people will always be close to. So it's really quite beautiful.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
It's a great message, and it's youth centered in the sense that it is all students that are the main actors, and it is really made for them. Like the script's definitely directed at our age group, which we've seen to be really successful with camp in the past. They latch on. They're like so excited because it's a story that they relate to more than anything else.
Yeah.
It's the sweetest.
The last one was Man Boobs, which ended up winning I know the title.
Clearly, I'm also a 12-year-old because I'm laughing at it.
Yeah. And I'm also like, put it on. Like,
What is it? I need to know what
what
this is. Yeah, it really grabs your attention.
Yeah, it's a really sweet movie about a kid a young man who is a bit on the overweight side, who has a crush on a girl and goes to a pool party. He's too afraid to take off his
Classic.
shirt.
It's her birthday party. The pool party is his crush's birthday party.
And then by the end, he has the courage to ask her out. And she's like, I've been waiting for you to do that.
It's so cute too. And it was very relatable. And like the most magical part of making that was watching the kids like really latch onto it and be super supportive of this lead character. And like they all really bonded because they spent the whole summer around a pool making a movie with their friends.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
Which y'all know, that's hard.
that was
Location,
really hard.
but it was
really
yeah,
hot.
it was
but
worth
like,
it.
You said that, I was like, man.
in the middle of June.
In the middle of June.
In New Orleans, outside for almost all day.
But it was worth it. Okay, so it won.
was so worth it.
It won the African American Film Festival in Miami with HBO, right?
Wow.
And
Yeah.
then
Congrats.
Yeah, right. So that's Luke Harris. Okay, I'm gonna throw that out there. It's Luke Harris and Jeremy Blum, and it got accepted into the New Orleans Film Festival. So we do this big event where we take over the hub of the New Orleans Film Festival, and we bring in a bunch of. That's why it's hard for me to stop with how many programs. This isn't technically a
This is one
program,
of
but
our
it's another
events.
thing we do. Yeah. So we take it over. We bring in 300 kids from different schools, and they all do these different experiences, and then they watch the films. Where Man Boobs was one of the films that played, and the audience, it's a bunch of high school kids.
Yeah.
They were roaring. They thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
They loved it. They cheered at the right moments. They awed at the right moments. It was just very sweet.
It was very sweet.
Yeah.
And I bet some of them knew the people who had put it on or were
Yeah.
acting in it. And
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Some of the students that attended camp, that we invite the schools that our cohort students are already a part of, so that they can see their friends up on screen, which has been really neat.
That's
And-
magical.
And we have our students doing like behind the scenes capture at the event. And they get to see their friends in action at the event, just running around capturing footage. It was really neat this past NOFF. We had like even more activations than we had last year. And the flow was just magical. And we had a puppet running around. It was awesome.
wow.
As the program director, I'm sitting here going, how do I top that?
right.
I have to top it again.
Oh, we do have one other program, the HDP program.
Oh, goodness.
Yes.
Yes. Well, that is technically a part of the Academy. So it's the Heritage Documentary Project. This is free programming to 5 schools. It's 5 schools.
Yes. I think
Within the Orleans and River parishes. Yeah. And so this one is they're learning how to make documentaries. And so, and the class makes a documentary. They get the equipment and all of that kind of stuff too. And so it's really great that we work with Andrea Morningstar on that project.
So this is a class at a school. They're going to work together with their classmates to make a documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they pick the topic, and then they get to plan it with their class and go out and capture the footage. And Andrew Morningstar is a local documentarian who's helping lead the project with the students and teachers. I say the last one that they just completed was on
the
Jazz
Jazz
Fest
Fest.
with,
wow.
oh my gosh, the student's name. Do you remember?
Nope.
Cool. Just went right out. But it was a
I
really
can't even
sweet
remember the school.
behind the scenes on the Jazz Fest because
Harmony.
the student is part of the Marsalis family. And so there was a nice background of like how she grew up in that world.
Yeah.
And now that she's a high schooler, really sees what the special quality of it was and how she was involved with something that isn't everybody else's experience with Jazz Fest, right? Very behind the scenes, rooted in the origin of the festival.
That's so magic. That is so
That
magic.
I mean, that whole program of like kids being able to make documentaries, I think is so cool because giving kids an opportunity to have a voice. And again, those soft skills of like, well, now you've got to organize your thoughts, and now you've got to go out and like schedule this and figure out like what do you need, what do you don't need, like all of those things, to then have this finished product that you get to share.
Yeah, it just got accepted into the
Film
Film
Prize
Prize
Junior.
Junior Festival.
wow.
And that is in Shreveport in April. I'm sorry, April.
And the other one, 2 of them got accepted actually. The other one is about African music and its influence on music in Louisiana, and it's centered around one of their teachers who does the African drumming. That one made it into.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Wow. You guys are just banger after banger after banger. You cannot
Like
be
we should
stopped.
have just put all the awards up on the wall back there. Truly.
Just from this year, it probably wouldn't fit.
Yeah, if we went back any
No,
further.
if we
Oh,
went back.
gosh.
Exactly.
Real quick, guys, did you know it can cost up to 7 times more to find a new donor than to keep one you already have? That's why at Comfy Stone, we created a free 90-day donor retention checklist. It's simple, step-by-step guide that shows you exactly what to do after someone donates. From how to thank them to how to tell stories that keep them engaged and giving all year long. You can grab your free copy at comfystone.com/checklist or click the link in our show notes. All right, let's get back to the show. How do you guys encourage students to take bigger roles or larger roles in the organization?
In the cohort, we really do. We just this year started focusing on our alumni and giving them more opportunities. So whenever we have big events, we tend to open it up to any alumni that are still in the city. So we have a lot of students that have gone into the UNO film program, and some at the Tulane and Loyola film programs. And so we just reach out to them, and they tend to show up. We had, I think, 5 alumni. LSU, UNO, and I think Loyola come out to operate the NOFF festival, and they took on leadership roles, having worked it last year as students doing behind the scenes footage. This year they were helping do like our welcoming table and greeting other students and like helping keep things organized. We have a few that are aspiring ADs or production coordinators, and so we kind of put them in the roles that they're most interested in past their time in the cohort, since we end at 18. And then our students that are here in the cohort, we have a junior board that we operate through the cohort to kind of keep us accountable. So they vote themselves in, essentially, just like our governing board operates. And then they meet and they let me know, hey, Miss Sam, we haven't had a class on production coordination or budgeting for films. Can we add that to the rotation this year? And I'll be like, okay, let's see who we can get in. And we go and find professionals and bring them in to teach those classes for the students. So they really get to step up and speak for one another. And it's really taken on a great
this year's
little
junior
world.
board. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, they are so great. They are so good. We just had a recent intake orientation for cohort because we take them in the fall and in the spring. And the junior board members that were there hey, go make that kid feel comfortable. Okay, I got you, Miss Alaina. They go
and they were just welcoming all the new students. And we have a nice array. We try to get a student from every single grade from 6 to 12 to like represent our whole student body. Right now it's mostly the students we've had since the beginning of the cohort. We just turned 4 this year. And they're sophomores, juniors, and then we have a freshman and an 8th grader. And so we're hoping that with this new group of students that a couple more will want to step up in the lower grades so we have like full representation in our grade levels.
Yeah. And as they grow with us, they take on more and more responsibility in that way as well, through the junior board. Yeah.
And then they also have the opportunity to pitch us a production. So in the cohort, every year we fully produce 1 student film, maybe 2. If we have the capacity that year. And it's our production pod is what we call it. And that student gets to lead it. So they can take on whatever role that they want. This year we're producing a film called The Fifth Player, written by a student who just joined us in the fall. And it's a sweet little like a horror comedy situation that's very inspired by Stranger Things. And it's like 4 boys who are having their last Halloween and they're grappling with going into high school. And it's their last like Halloween as friends before they all go to different schools. And then they somehow like start a game and magically summon a demon that then antagonizes them for the rest of the night. And they're trying to then expel this demon. And he's actually horrible at being a demon. He can't scare the boys. And they're just like, this is silly. Why are you trying? And the demon just keeps trying until eventually he gets the boys in a surprise way that you'll have to watch to find out. But it's all set in 1996 at like the height of Halloween here in America, and they want to film it on like a camcorder, like to where it's like one kid is the video kid and he's filming all of it. So they get to take on roles like that where they just bring us their ideas, and then their fellow students can fill in the other leadership roles in the film. So we need a production designer, we need a costume designer, we need a director of photography, which our junior board chair is put himself in to be the director of photography. We produced his film last year. Yeah, that's right. So they get as many opportunities as they can latch onto, essentially. Yeah. We're like, please, here's your whole list. Yeah. Jump into as many as you can.
Talk about kids taking on responsibilities and networking. Dwight is a genius at networking. He made his film last year, and it was a boxing movie, and it was great. It was about a young man dealing with the death of his father through boxing. And he ended up taking it to Blurred Fest, and then he ended up sitting there and talking with the people from the Sinners crew, and they all ended up coming in and doing like a private viewing with him, and they all crowded around a laptop to watch his film, and then sat there and talked to him for like an hour about like his journey and becoming a young man. And I mean, this was like people, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, I'm not saying it was Ryan Coogler or nothing like that.
Just like, you know, the locals who were on the Sinners crew that just so happened to be at Blurred
But
Fest.
you know, like also like special effects coordinators and you know,
Right,
like
that's so-
stunt
Wow.
like they were there and it was so cool. Yeah.
Yep. And like from
is
that,
incredible.
yeah, he got a couple of different like podcast interviews after that
sure did.
around the city, and
On
and
the
then,
porch with WBOK. Yep.
And after that, he became the junior board chair. So it was like, ooh, I keep hitting the microphone. I'm so sorry.
That is wild. I mean, my next question is, how does the Cool Cooperative highlight student work? But it sounds like this. Besides you guys sending their films to film festivals and getting them connected at film festivals and prizes, the kids are the cohorts are also highlighting their own work.
They're like, you want to sit and watch this?
So we do have one student event we do a year to specifically highlight everything we've done that year. We do a film slam at the end of the school year in May, where we showcase all of the student work that we've produced that year. And we throw like a big party for the parents and teachers and family and friends of any of the students participating.
And some of our graduates will send their stuff if they're still in film school. If they decided to go to film school, I'm sorry, and they've done a project with it that is appropriate, then we play that at Film Slam as well.
And then we take a moment because we have like houses in the cohort inspired by film, historical people in film history.
This is
Historical
all
people in film
Sam's
history.
idea, and we all love it.
I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. And so I was like, ooh, this would be a fun little incentive. And so we styled them after Alice Guy Blanchet, Mary Pickford, Charles Emile Vignard, who is lesser known but very important in the animation world, and William Kennedy Laurie Dixon, who's an important inventor in the film world. And so the kids get into their houses, they meet other kids like them, and they compete all year round to win the house reel, which is a giant golden film reel that we've decorated with like representation of all of the different departments. It's really cute. And so we announced that at Film Slam who won. They get a little like prize. And then we announced the new junior board at the Film Slam as well. So it's a nice little way to wrap up our year before we go into summer camp.
What are the competitive categories?
So they get points right now for attending class, answering questions, participating. They lose points for bad behavior, which really doesn't happen very often. So very lucky for that. And then also acts of like service within the cohort. So if like someone's eating by themselves and they go over and welcome and like come eat with us, come be part of the group, they'll get extra points for their house. Or if they find a way to help other people, like at the end of cohort classes, we all have to clean up the space. So if someone's finding everybody else's trash and picking it up after they clean their space, they'll get extra points. So it's really just an incentive for good behavior and participation.
I love that. We need an adult version of that.
Yes,
in the world, right? Can you get on that, Sam?
I'll try. I'll make it for the prizes of paid vacation. Like, that is the dream.
Yeah. Full paid vacation to France.
Yes.
Thank you.
We'll take you away for a bit.
So how can people get involved or support Cool Cooperative?
There's quite a few ways to get involved with us. So we are actually revamping our website right now so that it's all just out there for you. But we accept volunteer submissions. So we do a couple of other community events. Like we hosted a film flea market at Second Line for film film workers to come and sell any of their goods. If they are creatives outside of their film work, if they have clothes that they wanted to get rid of, any of that nature. So we do that and always need volunteers for that. We also do accept vendor applications for any other film vendors. So like mostly crafty and sometimes specialty depending on the event. So you can always apply for that on our website as well. And then of course, donations are always welcome. So we're actually running a campaign right now.
Yep. So everything we do for the students is free. That's very important to state. Everything is free, which means it costs us a lot. So, so with the camp being free currently, we're saying it roughly, when you get funny with the math, it's about $600 per student. So right now we're doing a campaign to fund a student through camp. And we have some corporate donors that are willing to match. And currently we're trying to get $600 in a week. And then if we can get it, the corporate donor will match another $600. So that's 2 kids covered for camp. And we feed them, everything. They get everything again. So Yay, donate.
And
These kids go to camp.
we also, we failed to mention, but we pay our students for participating in our program as well. So if they're 16 and older, they get workforce training through us and workforce experience to put on their resume. So any hours they put towards time with us, they are compensated $10 an hour. And then we are their first resume reference, essentially.
I was thinking a resume when you're talking about your alum that have come back and are helping. And I'm like, man, that's such a great resume builder of like events, sets, whatever they work on when they come back, continuing that work and having more items they can put on their resume.
And we also do a resume workshop at the beginning of every year for our students that are looking to get more work or to go off to college. And so that's like the first line is like, here's how you write your cool resume. Like, this is what we've done. This is how you list that.
Don't forget to put this, because a lot of the kids, most kids, period, when they do this kind of stuff, when they do any type of help or nonprofit or volunteering or anything, they never think, oh, let me put that on my resume. And it's like, no, put it on your resume.
Yes, put everything. Especially when you're, so we have middle schoolers applying for high schools and they need volunteer hours. So we provide that as well. And then we have high schoolers applying for college and jobs. And so we're like, this is all workforce training. Everything you do with us goes towards
Especially
it.
at this point, every little line item matters because you probably don't have another job. Or if you do, it's, a very small part-time job. This will just help you add more robust resume.
Exactly. And a lot of our kids, they work with us and then they have a part-time job somewhere else doing something else or doing volunteer hours. I'm like, look, put it all together. It'll help you forward.
Rock stars.
The kids sure are.
Fun question time.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So today's fun question is, what is your go-to repeat movie? Something you revisit all
Over
the
and
time.
over.
Yeah.
Ooh. I have quite a long list, but my number one go-to whenever I'm just like, I need something that is cheery and very comforting is A Knight's Tale. Which I grew up watching it with my family. It was like one of the only films that we could all watch together. And it's just like the silliest combination of things. I never leave that movie feeling like bad. I'm just like, ooh, I can do anything now. Which
Love.
So I'll be your Huckleberry. Mine is Tombstone. I love that movie. I can quote so much of it.
it's so quotable.
It is. So me and my mom watched it so much that we would just sit there and just say the lines as they were happening. And,
Val Kilmer. I just love Val.
But yeah.
What about you?
It's funny because you started with saying that like your whole family watched this movie, and my whole family watched this movie as well. But I realized like families are very different,
Right. Yeah.
Because my go-to movie is Goodfellas that we watch all together as a family, and I'm like, oh,
Like, it's a little violent.
maybe we shouldn't have watched that as a family.
See, Knight's Tale's pretty violent as well. I mean, they're just going at each other with,
different
swords
levels
and
of
stuff.
violence.
Different level of violence.
But yeah, Goodfellas was one of my dad's favorite movies. We watched it all the time, and now I love a gangster movie, so I watch it a lot still. How about you?
Yeah. I'm going to give you whiplash. My family's go-to, which we can quote endlessly, is Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? The Coen Brothers movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
I've never seen that.
What?
You've never seen it? No. It's really good. It's good. I mean, it's, I don't know. Do you like it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's funny because the Cool is 10 years. It's 11 years old now. 12?
2026 will be 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's been around. It's had different iterations, and at one point I was teaching in classroom, and when I was first developing the curriculum, I was trying to equate it to theater because I was trying to show them how like some things from back then we still use today, and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou is perfect to teach Greek because it is a Greek story. It's
I gotta watch this.
Yeah, and so it's literally I would use the movie in class. So yeah,
From like a film perspective, I think it's a great film to watch, and it's also just like kind of at sometimes silly storyline. So like also from a non-film perspective, just like a fun movie.
Yeah. It's just goofy.
It
It's
is
goofy. And plus, I'm a Tim Blake Nelson
fantastic.
stan.
Oh.
I'll follow that man to the ends of the earth. Tim, if you're listening.
You know where to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that one like tonight. Like that, it sounds really
Oh,
good.
it's fun. I think
mean, if
it's a short watch too.
Yeah.
It's
Awesome.
Yeah, it's really great.
I mean, I could name so many movies that
I
I
bet.
watched with my family and we can
a
quote.
list,
Yeah, like,
right? It's just a rolling list.
but yeah, Tombstone's my like.
That's another we watched a lot.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Like they even quoted in do y'all remember like the first the one with Michael Jordan and the tiny the Looney Tunes, what was it, Space Jam?
Space
Jam.
The first
Jam.
Space Jam. There's I had the rap album. And it's a Bugs Bunny rap and he quotes Tombstone.
Oh my god.
He's like, I'll be your Huckle Bunny.
I love that.
I'm so
Okay, Bugs Bunny. Oh, that's good.
Well, now everyone has some homework, some film
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got some stuff to do. I gotta go listen to that album now.
It's actually a pretty good album. There's like, I'm not even remotely
Oh, I
joking.
believe it.
Yeah, Space Jam didn't miss.
No,
Space Jam
really
Space Jam
didn't.
didn't miss.
No. All right. Well, thanks again for joining us. Before you leave, please share handles. How can people find Cool Cooperative online?
Oh, right. So we are at thecoolcooperative.org for our website, which will have all of the information that we've discussed today. And then you can also follow us on Instagram at Cool Cooperative and Facebook at Cool Cooperative as well. Yes, indeed. Those are our platforms.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, can't wait to see the rest of these films and attend the Film Slam in a few
Yes.
months.
Awesome. Yeah. Fantastic.
The Film Slam's in
It's
May?
May 10th.
May 10th.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Whatever that Saturday is. It could be the 9th.
Yeah,
But,
I feel like
you
it's
know.
the what?
Close
Dates.
enough. Closest to the 10th.
Yes.
It was the 9th last year and it's the 10th this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
And we've got cool camp dates too, right?
Right. So
Oh,
Cool
yes,
Camp
indeed.
applications. Okay, is that okay? Cool Camp applications is already open. So you can find the application from our website, and you just have to apply. And
It is first come, first serve.
Yeah.
So we can only accept so many students so that we can make sure it's still free for all. It does run June 1st to the 26th. And it's 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m.
every Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. Registration will close on March 16th, so make sure to get your applications in as soon as you can. And we do give priority seating to our cohort students. So anyone who's already in our programming will get priority seating for in the event that we have more applications than not. We do have a wait list that opens as well to make sure that people applying are down for summer camp and will be attending.
And while we do give priority seating to cohort kids, we still have a ton of spots open. So don't let that thing
Discourage.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. 'Cause we usually get a lot of our cohort kids come from camp. Like they meet us at camp.
That's true.
And then they join the
and
cohort.
then they join the cohort, and then it continues the cycle.
Yeah.
But camp is for 11 to 15-year-olds. So it does cut off at 15. Our 16-year-olds in our programming tend to be our counselors. And there's also going to be counselor applications opening for more
PAs.
PAs and more students that want to have like more of a leadership position for the summer.
And that'll be
great.
later. We want to get the campers in first.
Yes.
Locked in.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Don't get distracted by Mardi Gras. Get those applications in.
Exactly. And then look at us on Eventbrite. Because we post like those Tuesday classes are open to the public, right? So those will be on Eventbrite. Film Slam will be on Eventbrite. All of our events will be on Eventbrite.
Great.
So you can follow us there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for coming in. This has been a blast.
Oh, yes.
Thanks for
it was
having
so
us.
fun. This was lovely.
Cool.
Thanks for listening to Missions Bayou, powered by Comfy Stone. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow the podcast wherever you listen. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment, letting us know your thoughts and who you'd like to hear from next. We'll see y'all next time.